What up, guys? This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do live mini readings. I'm going to give it a few minutes to let everyone hop on. I'm going to share to my Facebook real quick. Listen, I'm just going to tell y'all though, I already know Spirit's got so many messages for us tonight. So I really hope that y'all enjoy whatever messages come out and that you at least get something to help ease your soul tonight, okay? So I hope everyone's doing well though. I miss you guys. You guys, thank you so much for all of your love and support. For anyone who does not know what's going on in my personal life, GoFundMe is down below. The video will explain everything. Started demolition today. Blessing in disguise. Guys, when I talk about trusting the process, and this is another thing. I was actually emailing one of our viewers, Isabel, and you know, it came up. And listen, like, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. And listen, Spirit's like, boom, boom, boom. Yes, yes, yes. You do not have to explain yourself to anyone when it comes to making decisions for your life, okay? When you know that you're in alignment, when you know that sometimes we have to make tough choices, make the decision for you. Like, if people give you advice, that's great, but it is not up to them whether you take that advice or not, or what you do with that advice. Like, grateful for the advice, but if it's not in the cards for me, which I'm a highly intuitive person, I trust my abilities, I don't have to take it, right? So, hey, Kara, hey, Michelle, hey, Ellie, Christina, G, what up, y'all? Love you, something serious. But yeah, guys, do not have to explain. Y'all see my dog? Look at Charlie. He doesn't take over my bed, y'all, okay? But yeah, do not feel like y'all have to explain yourselves. And this is, hey, Kelly, this is also a good reminder that no matter what, like, and I said this on my Facebook when I posted it, there's always a reason for everything, no matter how daunting, no matter how trying some things may be, there's always a higher purpose, okay? There's always a higher purpose. I know when I started posting the GoFundMe that a lot of people were questioning, why are you tearing down the house? Why aren't you working on it? Like, yeah, it could, use a little work, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Will, what up, dude? Have not seen you in a while. Glad you're in here. What up, Dewey? God, I love my tribe. I freaking love my tribe. But yeah, like, a lot of people were questioning, why don't you get a lawyer involved? Why are you tearing down the house? And, like, I get it. I get it. We asked ourselves the same questions, but we had to make a quick decision, which turned out to be a blessing because, listen, half the house wasn't even structurally sound. We knew that there was some settlement, which it wasn't even settling because half the house was on pavers. The pilings holding up that end of the house wasn't even in the ground, okay? They were on literal, like, concrete pavers, okay? House could have fallen down at any time, and it was nothing to knock down. Like, the guy was in a small little, little bucket. He was just pushing the house around. So yeah, listen, there's so many reasons why it worked out the way that it did, and I am so glad that God's got my back, and I am trusting my intuition more and more. And either way, I know that I'm meant to be on that property. I know that my family is meant to be there, and I am just so glad that, no matter what, as hard as it was, everything turned out the way that it should and has kept us safe. Now we get to say goodbye to the old and all the memories that were attached to that house, because good Lord, I can't even imagine the energy like trapped in there. But now we just get to move on and move forward. So praise Jesus. Okay. Like, so trust the process, trust your intuition. Don't feel like if you want to explain to people, okay, but don't feel like you have to convince anyone of why you're making the decisions that you're making. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Robert. Yeah. Um, Listen, so just for anyone who's interested, I know I'm kind of rambling, but whatevs. Um, we're not building. Okay, so we're not building. We don't have time for it. We ended up finding a 40-foot like travel trailer that has 3 slide outs. So the living area will give us enough room to fit everyone, but there's 2 rooms on each end. So there's enough for everyone. And I have a space to close off me and Charlie to keep Charlie and Trey separated so we don't have any more fights. So that will give me enough time to find a place for me and, transition into that. But yeah, like, listen, I don't know what spirit's got in store for me, but they keep throwing all kinds of shit at me. Like, I just got money in the bank, which, you know what? Come on, spirit, then. Come on, fill that bank account so I can do all this stuff you want me to do. Because, good Lord. And Dewey, we've already talked about what you're meant to help me build. So um, you know what? Let's just go ahead and say it. Let's put it out into the universe. What do you say? Dewey and Ellie know what I'm talking about. Should I? Should I just go ahead and tell everyone what spirit wants me to do? Should I? Should I? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to put it out there. Okay. All right. Ellie's down. So listen, before we get into all these messages, I did an individual journey with plant medicine not that long ago. I think I am ready because I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm not. Um, so yeah, whatevs. Just do it. I've been so like open with my vulnerability and like just who I am and what I'm going through. Like I just don't even give a shit anymore. Like I guess that a small part of my ego still wants to hold back, but like the light body here within this just wants to be free. So I'm gonna let this bitch be free, okay? So um close, Kara. So um little backstory, just a little one. Okay, so there is actually a retreat center right outside of Asheville that is called Compassionate Expressions. If you've never heard of it and want a nice, like, disconnected getaway, please go there because they are absolutely amazing. Reva is a beautiful soul and the property is amazing. Anyway, she lived and studied in Florida and she was led to North Carolina to buy this piece of land. Her ancestor, she's definitely more on a shamanic level, very similar to me. And she was led to open this retreat center very similar to what my guides are leading me to do. And she had no idea what she was doing. She went and bought this property, bought this house. And I mean, the day that she showed up, the chief of the native tribe in North Carolina actually met her at the property the day she showed up and was like, "We've been waiting for you." And she ended up building the Temple of the Awakening Heart. So when I went on this individual journey, Jesus came in and downloaded all these like carpentry skills, which still to this day, like I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around it because I'm not really sure, like, can I do this? But apparently, what's going to happen is once I start learning the basics and getting my hands on it, it's just going to become a natural thing. Hey, Brookie, what up? Beautiful. Oh my God. Okay. So, basically, they downloaded all these like natural abilities to woodwork, build, and all these carpentry skills. And I was like, why are you giving me all this information? And they're like, we want you to build a temple, Jess. We want you to build a temple. I'm like, what? A temple? And they're like, yeah, the temple of the awakening soul. Go talk to Reva. She'll completely understand what you're talking about. So, all these things that I have been wanting to do with Tribe, bringing, and this is exactly why I was led to this property and the Native American land and all this conservation. I mean, cows, turkeys, deer, all of it. Like, it's such a beautiful and natural state, right? And Dewey had already sent me these energy lines that run right outside of Franklin. And apparently, what they were telling me is that where they want me to build this temple on this piece of property actually lines up with the intersection of these energy lines. So when I start doing my retreats and my journeys and bringing everyone in together, apparently this is where all these souls are going to get activated, which definitely goes into what Brooke was talking about when she did my reading last night. So, yeah, guys. And they're talking spring. So, I mean, listen, Mike wants me, that's another announcement. Mike wants me to go to California, to do this tarot tour. And that's going to be in Burbank, California in March, late March, last weekend of March, I think. And, but Ellie, the funny thing about it was that Ellie and Dewey both like reached out to me before I did this journey. We're like, listen, we feel really compelled to come help you, and we're both really handy, and we just feel like we need to be there, and we can do all this stuff. And I was like, I'm not sure I have all the pieces to the puzzle yet, but I'll get back to you. And then I had this journey, and they said, this is why they're meant to come. They are meant to help you build this. And I find it very interesting that a lot of the tribe members that, I'm in contact regularly with, all of us are talking about meeting up in spring to go to the gem mine in Asheville and all this kind of stuff. So, hey, Caitlin, but I find it very interesting that all these things are kind of, lining up around each other. I still don't know. Y'all know me. I just go with the flow. But yeah, man, I mean, they got me wanting to go to California. They want me building a temple. They want me, like all these things that cost quite a bit of money. But I guess with, the love and support of Tribe and just all the miracles that happen regardless, it's going to happen one way or another. So even if it's not now, whatevs, it's just going to be whatevs. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I really want to be able to create a space, and like the way that they showed it to me, they want it to represent Gaia as much as possible. And I've even seen like how people engrave and stones and stuff like that. Like, I've even thought about starting a GoFundMe or a donation based thing. Like, if anyone wants to contribute to the process of building this temple, they showed me these little stones with the donors' names on them and stuff that actually come in to surround the temple. But yeah, the temple of the awakening soul. Apparently a whole bunch of people are going to be getting activated. So that's another thing that's going on. Yeah. Yes, girl, listen. They got me on all kinds of different shit. I'm telling you what. So I know I've been talking for a long time, 15 minutes to be exact. There's so much going on. But let me share this to my Facebook real quick. If I can get my internet. Can everyone see and hear me okay? Because it seems like I'm streaming pretty well. Hey, Isabel. Yes, thank you. So, all right. Let's share this to Facebook. Y'all can see that Spirit's like, they ready. They ready to talk. They said, just get the message out, Jess. Get the message out. So let's share this. Let me do my stuff. They ready. Okay. Charlie's back here snoring. I swear, like, once I start meditating and tuning into the energy, he just knocks right out. He loves it when his mama works. He says, this is the best energy ever. Okay. Perfect. All right, guys. So let's get this ball rolling. For anyone who does not know what is going on, I see there are 16 people in here, so welcome. If you would like a personal reading, everything is down below. Got a couple moderators in here if y'all want to post the link in the comments. So we are doing live mini readings. It is a $20 love donation. So once I receive your donation, your name will be put on a list. Once I get to your name and I call you out, please have your question ready so that we can get to as many people as possible. And we are gonna fuck some shit up, like me and Bricky say, right? Brooke, I fucking love you, and I'm so glad you're in here. So yeah, 2020 is going to be freaking lit, dude. A lot of us are going to go through some major ascensions and activations and all kinds of beautiful transitions. But we also know that when it comes to transition, sometimes things get a little rocky. So, trust in the process. I had an old friend who was like, I love your mentality and how you always have a way of turning things into positive. And my response to that was, after playing the victim and thinking life was out to get me for so long, I finally see the truth. What did that lead to? Less stress, more happiness, and trusting in the process. That's what I do. So, mic drop. All right. Oh, Caitlin, I'm sorry. I've even thought about it, and I'll just throw that out there because we're getting so close to Christmas. I think, and this is probably why they dropped it in, because sometimes we think that we're actually thinking these things, and in reality, they're dropping it. If there is anyone, I know this is a really tight time of year, with us coming up on Christmas and New Year's. The end of the year is always a rough time. So if you really need a reading, I will do a sliding scale today. Okay. So whatever you feel like you can afford, because listen, it's an energy exchange. Regardless, I will pull some cards for you. I will get the message out. But everyone knows if you do the $20, I go until Spirit tells me no more. So if you need an answer tonight, I am here to be of service to you regardless. So whatever you feel like you can donate today, I got you. So you can either do it through Super Chat or PayPal. I prefer PayPal because Super Chat is a lot of freaking money. But I got y'all. I am here for you no matter what. We are going to get answers out tonight. Okay? So I got my ring light. Y'all can see me today. All right, y'all. So let me check my PayPal real quick because Kara said she sent some. We're going to see what the list looks like real quick. All right. And I'll do my opening prayer. I already did mine, but I'll do one with y'all because we got a lot of people up in the house tonight. All right. Okay. Let's see. Who do we have on the list, Spirit? And I will go ahead and apologize. My internet's slow as crap. So, oh shit. All right, y'all. What? Christina G is first. All right. Give me 1 second, Christina. Let's do the opening prayer and then we will start off. All right. Then Kelly and then Kara. So we already got 3 on the list, y'all. Fucking love y'all. Okay. Freaking love y'all. No, you're good, girl. You're good. Yeah. Listen, Caitlin, I got you. I got you. I already feel like they want me to pull a divine feminine card just to kind of give you an answer. So I will get to you in a second. All right. So, guys, let's open this shut up, shall we? So, everyone take a deep breath. Everyone take a deep breath. Christina M. All right. Dear Spirit of Love and Light, my angels, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, spirit guides, the higher self of me, and all my beautiful soul tribe here tonight, I ask that you please shine your divine rainbow warrior light around all of us to create a sacred space for us to receive your messages today. Shine us with your divine light and keep our energies high and allowing our hearts to be open to receiving your messages today. I thank you so much for removing any energy that does not belong to us or is not for our highest good, allowing us to cleanse our mind, body, and soul of all the worries and stresses of everyday life and allowing us to tune into the truth of you. I thank you so much for all of the love, support, and the synchronicities that you give us on the daily, blessing us with your guidance and your reassurance that all will be okay. I ask that all negativity or any energy that does not belong within the sacred circle be repelled out into the universe where it can no longer harm anyone and send it back to where it belongs. Allow this energy to be of positivity, of faith, and of divine love. Thank you for trusting me with these messages. Thank you for leading all these beautiful souls to each other and allowing us to connect with truth and with the divine love that you have in store and have been wanting us to connect to all along. Thank you for trusting us with this sacred love and allowing us to come back home. Aho. All right. So let's do this. Christina G, what is up? Give me your question, girl. Caitlin, while she's posting her question, let's pull you a divine feminine card real quick. What up, Cynthia? Talk, love you. Love you something serious. All right, Spirit. What do you want Caitlin White to know right now? What does she need to know? What does she need to know while we are waiting on Christina G? What does Caitlin need to know? Okay, so you got to the joy permeated mother and the patroness of miraculous healing. Holy shit. All right. I feel a lot of energy coming off of these. 16. Okay. There is a passage in Autobiography of a Yogi of Parman oh god, I am gonna mess that all up, whatevs, that relates an encounter he had with and why are they giving me all these hard words today? My tongue and my brain are not comprehending this. Okay. Anyway, he asks her why she is always filled with joy and can enter a state of bliss instantly. She explains to him that she's aware of her true self. She knows that before she came to Earth, she was the same. As a little girl and later when she grew into a woman, she was still the same. And now, sitting in front of him, she remains the same. And even after death, she says, though the dance of creation changes around me, I shall be the same. This self realization merging with that aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is eternal while within this brief mortal existence. She believed that the only true calling or purpose any of us have is to become realized. And so she believed that any action we take towards that goal is sacred. There's a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of us that never changes. There is a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our lives. If we can remember that we are the guru, that we are an aspect of the divine that remains the same no matter how much change surrounds us, then we get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. So the meditation here, what does joy feel like in my body? Okay? So get back in touch with the real deal shit. Okay, Caitlin. Um, so the part of you that never changes, and that's your truth. That's your truth. Amidst all the chaos, getting back to you. Um, I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. And Catherine here, I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. Holy shit. All right. It can feel effortless to ask for what our loved ones need. We can fall on our knees at times to pray for the health and highest possible outcome for our beloved children and partners or friends. We often far more What's often far more difficult is asking for all that what we need. Okay. For many of us, lack of self worth can get in the way of realizing that we can ask for so much more, and that ultimately there is no difference between praying for our own needs and the needs of our loved ones. There are so many miracles, graces, and blessings that don't arrive simply because we don't ask for them. Spirit is ethical. Spirit doesn't interfere with our intrinsic right to choose our own adventure story. Free will is ours. So we have to ask Spirit to intervene in the effort of our own healing. Ask and you will find. This is a spiritual truth, and also suffering is optional. Suffering doesn't glorify us or to make us more holy. At any point, we can ask for the highest possible good to shower down on us. We can ask to be healed in ways we can't even imagine by handing that healing over to the divine. The healing might not arrive in the way we pictured being healed. Our lower back may still throb with pain, but our heart has shifted and there's a miraculous amount of light within our lives. Again, if we can hand over an attachment to what healing is going to look like, we can receive all the blessings waiting for us. So the meditation is, what can I ask for help and healing? Okay? So I hope that helps you. All right. You're so welcome, my dear. Good. Yeah. I told you they wanted to talk to you. Okay. So, Christina G. Christina G. Guidance for me on my twin flame journey. Girl, how did I know that someone's divine masculine was going to be showing up? Okay. They had me pull out all the fucking decks. All the fucking decks. Okay. Um, you're so welcome, my dear. Okay. All right. All right, Christina G's DM. What you got for me, boy? Past life. I want one from this. Boy, he really want to talk to you. He got all kinds of, no. Okay, sorry. Damn. Damn. Okay. He had me pull out all these decks, but he's got a specific order he wants these things to go in. Okay. I pick up the Romance Angels, and he's like, nah, not that one. Pick up the past life ones first. Okay. All right. We have Galactic and Trees. What do you want to say about this? Okay, he says, don't read it all. He's very specific in the way that he likes things to be, like the way that he portrays what he wants to say, how he wants it to come across. Very, very specific. So give me a second, because he likes to take his time to make sure the delivery is right. Hey Sheila, what up? I love y'all so much. Okay. He also had me stop on phobias, so make sure you're paying attention to any phobias you have. Okay. So let me see. All right. Go to Galactic. He says Galactic first. I swear I have never met anyone that is so fucking specific. And I don't think, I mean, I've read for you before with him, but I've never had him be like this. So there's something very particular that he wants to bring forth tonight. Okay. Where are you at? Trees 91. Okay. So let me read through these real quick, because there's something specific in here that he wants to read. Okay. His presence is like super strong coming from my left side, man. Like he's almost pushing on me. I don't know if you can see me lean in, but it's all this coming from this side of me. Okay. So what I'm getting from this, and it kind of goes to like, can this be real? Man, you are, back it up. Okay. I got you. Ooh. Okay. He's feeling very like drawn to you, but it's like this magnetic energy, right? With the galactic card, it does talk about star seeds, but I feel like this is more of one of those things where, like, can this even be real? Like, let's just, I'm getting chills all over my body right now. It's making him question all of the beliefs that he had about like traditional relationships and marriage and all that kind of thing, because like this connection that y'all have is beyond all of that, and it's very confusing for him at times, and this is why he's wanting to be very specific in the delivery of this message. He almost feels like there are certain parts of like how he's wanting to show up for you that goes it's there are certain aspects where it doesn't feel natural to him because of his belief systems. Does that make sense? Like when you have been taught something your entire life and it is so ingrained in your ego and your pride and everything that you thought you wanted your entire life, and now someone comes in and shows you that it can be so much more than that, and it doesn't have to be like a traditional relationship or a traditional sense of love. Like you were going above and beyond all of that. So it feels very foreign to him. It doesn't feel natural to him. But in the same sense, his soul can't stop from being pulled towards you. It's like, the way I was leaning, you know what I'm saying? Like his energies are right here. I mean, it was so forceful. It was almost like pushing me over. So, um, you know, in the way that he's probably been reacting to some of this, the difference in his belief systems could be causing a lot of anger, animosity, fear, doubt, even criticism of self. Like, why am I even thinking about this? Why am I even entertaining this idea when this is all I've ever wanted? I've always wanted, to have this family and this structure because I didn't have that. Like I didn't have this solid foundation, right? I didn't have something that felt strong and structured and rooted. Like I didn't have something that could withstand the storm. And that's something I've always wanted. But yet I've always been attracted to these people, places, and things that are super chaotic and always remind me of my former life. And now I have this beautiful soul that's coming in that feels completely alien to me. Like he's looking at you like you are some from foreign planet. You are not from this world. The way that you have like shown up in his life is making him question every belief system he ever had. Okay. Um, But the thing is, your compassion helps diffuse his tensions, and that's what he wants to bring to your attention. Okay? The way that you choose to show up with your love, with your light, with the way that you choose to just be your beautiful soul, you give him hope. You give him something to look forward to, even if it scares the ever living shit out of him. That's why he's drawn to you, because he knows that in this world of chaos, you are that guiding light. You are that thing that keeps him grounded. You are that thing that makes him feel strong and firm and rooted in the moment, right? It's almost like he says you're like ecstasy to him. He can't get enough. But also, when it feels like a drug, it scares the shit out of him because he doesn't want to get addicted, right? He doesn't want to get addicted. Holy shit. Woo! All right. Yeah. Hey, Nelson, how are you? Oh, yes, be without malice. And this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, he could be really coming about things, and it almost like brings out this side of him that's bringing up all these energies that, he still feels angry about with his past. But that's the one thing that is so special about you, is that you calm that. You bring it up, but you also soothe it at the same time. So, dude, look at the number on there. Can you see that? The number 4. What does 4 stand for? Rooted, grounded, stability, home life, right? See the sun shining down in them trees. So no matter how shaded it may look, the sun will always reach where it needs to be, even in those darkest places, right? Think about the low light. Like, why are you bringing all this up? Okay, don't question it, he says. Don't question it. All these low, like when you think about the forest, right? How there's so much vegetation on the ground, even though that some, there's not a lot of places for the light to get in. The low-lying shrubs and the things in the forest find a way to adapt to the ecosystem, right? That was his former self. And here you come in with your bright light, shining all these things down on him that are making him look at these things that he's adapted to as his truth. And you're burning all of that away. You're bringing all these things to the surface so that he can adapt to a different way. So that he's not these low-lying shrubs and this vegetation on the ground. He is the fucking tree. Right? Holy fuck, dude. I can't get over your DM right now. This shit is crazy. Be without malice, okay? And she also reminds me of the crone. Like, the crone is someone who, is so wise and has done like a lot of, because we go through different phases, right? We go through the childlike energy, and then we go through the mothering and the like fertility phases of our life, and then we come the crone, where we've already done a lot of the work, and it's just like strictly wise ass mission work, right? Be without malice. You have been hurt, disrespected, or disappointed by others. Another has let you down or betrayed you. Okay. It is normal and natural to experience feelings of anger, hurt, and disappointment. To feel any and all emotion is natural, but you have a choice always in how you respond. Do not allow your hurt to become a source of infection. Acknowledge it, learn from it and your experiences, and then let the anger, hurt, and disappointment go. Do not allow them to inspire retaliation, acts born of malice or spite. Okay. So again, like, don't feed off of his energy. Don't do it. Like, he's already saying that. Don't do what I do, right? Because like, you might feel those things bubbling up underneath the surface. Don't fall into the trap, because your love, your support is what keeps him grounded. Okay. So, all right. What else you got for me? You are on fucking fire tonight, dude. Always remember to love yourself first. So even though some of his behavior might really trigger a lot of things within you, feel that. Don't shy away from it. But all of this is teaching you, because listen, I feel like there are certain aspects of when he comes through in certain ways, and this is why it's almost easier for him to be quiet, because he has so much to fucking say, but the delivery is really important. And this is why he's coming through me tonight, because he wants to make sure that these messages come out loud and clear for you, right? So he wants you to understand, like, he's having to brace himself, because he's so scared. Like, again, you are like ecstasy. You are the drug that's pulling him in. And look at the way that he's leaning though, right? Like I was straight up on a gangsta lean because he was pushing into me so hard. He's having to brace himself because your love is so intoxicating. He's having to learn to love himself first in order to break through all this low-lying vegetation and become the tree, right? The one that reaches for the light in the sky and also has enough stability connecting to the earth, to Gaia, to the source of truth, to get the nutrients he needs from as above, so below, right? And this is your lesson too, is to trust and love yourself so fucking much that you don't have to let yourself project anger. But if you're angry, feel it, process it, do whatever you have to. Because yes, when we love someone and they have done something that is, unfortunate, or projecting their pain and their fear onto us, and then we try to accept it as our responsibility to transmute their pain, we have enough on our own plate. But we can simply hold space and say, I understand your pain. I understand your worry. I understand what the transition you're going through. But like the tree, I will stay stable for the both of us. I will show you through my actions that you can do this too, right? I will show you that it's possible. Okay? Woo! Six of Pentacles. Okay? Yes, right now might be getting some breadcrumbs. Okay? But this is talking about being in service to self and others. It's about reciprocation, closing out those cycles. There's a lot of illusions going on in his life right now, and he's trying to see things very clearly, but he's trying to choose what new direction he should follow first. What needs to be cleared out so I can start my life anew, he says. Is there anything else? Okay. He doesn't want to feel trapped anymore, and he definitely doesn't want to put any more time and energy into anything that is making him feel trapped. Okay? Because he's ready to take damn swords out. He's ready to let the healing begin. He wants to celebrate life, but he's also learning how to say no. This is a lesson for you too. Okay? Learning to say no. Hey, Rocco, how are you? All right, so final messages. DM for Christina G. What is going on? You feel like home to me. You feel like home to me. You have inspired me to get closer to God. I know you're praying for me and it's working. Thank you. You inspire me. You have inspired me to get closer to God, and you inspire me more. You are inspiring him on a whole different level, girl. But he does not want to rush this process, and you shouldn't either. Okay? So let him go through this process. Trust in the process, everything that y'all are going through. Okay. He's questioning a lot. Oh, thank you, Nelson. I love you. But he's like trying to go through this process of where was it? How you always have this effect on him. That was it. How you always have this effect on him. Because no matter what, he can't get away from it. Okay? So I really hope that helped you, Christina. That was a whole lot of shit. All right. Hey, Alchemy. Yes, those were freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. All right. So Kelly is up next. Go ahead and get your question ready, my dear. Let me turn that off. I'm just checking the list real quick, guys. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kelly. Okay. At least your intuition is, getting stronger and higher. You're trusting it. And you see how my energy just shifted? Like, when I say that I'm tapping into y'all's energy, the way that y'all are perceiving me right now should speak for itself, because my whole energy just shifted tremendously. I love you too, Sheila. Okay. So, Christina M. William. Hell yeah, William. All right, Michelle. All right. So let's do this shit. All right. So Kelly did say she's open to receiving Spirit's messages. I'm ready. Since my mom died a few weeks ago, I feel my intuition is stronger. I feel higher vibrations. I'm open to Spirit's messages. Okay. What is Kelly? I need to know right now. Mm-hmm. I feel like you're already in the process of what this message is coming out to be. I feel like there were a lot of things that were either miscommunicated or misinterpreted through projection when it comes to your mom. Okay. And this weight that you're feeling lift off of you, like, you have probably been one of those people, like, your entire life, kind of questioning where you belong, right? Where do I fit in? What is my purpose in all of this? What am I? Who am I? Right? And you are the here and now. You are the fucking bridge, dude. Like, You are one with the cosmic universe. You are like, okay, literally the bridge. Can you see this? Like, so when I talk about powerful light beings, right? Okay. We are here to be that bridge between heaven and earth. We are the ones that are able to, through stillness, through contemplation, through transmutation, through enlightenment, right? Trusting that we belong in this moment, right? That whether you think you're weird or strange, listen, most of us have been perceived that our entire lives. How many, okay, just show of hands, okay? How many of us in this chat right now has always felt different or a floater or not really belonging to any particular group, being an outsider, being someone who has been perceived different from everyone else and not really understanding their place until later in life? Let's get a show of hands. I know y'all about to light it up. Let's get it. Because most of us are. Most of us have been in that position. See? Most of us are in that position or have been in that position of being misunderstood, judged, ridiculed, being indifferent. And it's because we are. And that's a beautiful, unique part, because now that you understand you are different, you can find the people you truly belong with. And that is the same damn people in this chat. The same people in this community that understand what it's like to not know what it's like to fit into a 3D traditional reality. And it's because we have a higher purpose in this world, because we're not meant to be in the slums of despair and victimhood and all this bullshit that comes with the traditional standings of what people call reality, because they've gotten out of touch with their soul's truth. And now all of us are coming online and saying, holy fuck, what is happening? There's a shift, there's a change. I love that I'm different. I love that I'm weird. I love that I'm strange, and I embrace that. Because why? Again, don't want to be no fucking cookie cutter. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why I did not want to live in the suburbs. Why did I want to live in a neighborhood where all the houses and every other one looked the fucking same? I don't ever want to be this like anyone else, because there's only one me. There's only one you. And no matter how many light workers are on this planet, no one's going to do it like you do. No one's going to do it like me. We might do it similar, but no one's going to be exactly alike. And that's the beautiful part. And that's where we have to embrace our uniqueness, our authenticity, right? And when you let that truth, mind blown, okay, through prayer, through trusting the process, letting that light come straight on down through your light body, that Kundalini awakening, okay, shows you where you belong, who you belong with, and it's the people that understand you in the transition you're going through, right? Couldn't figure out for the life of me why all my fucking friends and family were dying, dropping like flies. I mean, 1 year I went to, I think, 6 funerals. And I mean, I even wrote in my journal, like, what is going on? I feel like everyone around me is dying. Find out I'm a medium. They never left me. It was just their physical body. They're more now with me in the spirit realm than they ever were in the 3D because they were limited by their body. They were limited by their ego. Okay? Says, I gotta move in this life when really most of the time we just need to be still. When we're still, we tune in, we listen, we receive. And then there are certain times that spirit says, okay, child, now it's time to get up and do the work that I'm calling you to do. You go do it. It's simple as that. It is going with the flow and allowing them to guide you wherever you need to be in that given moment. Every person you come across, every circumstance you run into, every moment that you take for yourself and say, God, I hear you. All of that is divinely orchestrated so that you can love without condition. That you can say, whatever is meant to be will be. Whatever offer, whatever, experience you are here to play out in my life, I love you and I'm grateful for it. Because it's an opportunity for me to expand my consciousness. It's an opportunity for me to expand my heart. It's also an opportunity for me to expand my horizon, okay? So that I can wash away my burdens. So I can wash away my burdens. Let them tears flow. Grieve. Grieve the old cycles of your life. Grieve the loss of your mom or anything that you felt you missed out on with her. Because you are never alone. And there's a reason why I said that story about all these people dying in my life and realizing that they never really left me. It was just their physical body. Yeah, I might not be able to touch, you know what I'm saying? But listen, they hug me, they hold my hand, they speak to me, they interact physically with my body, and I'm pretty sure you can probably do the same thing because they wouldn't be having me tell you this if you couldn't, right? There's no such thing as coincidence. I'm a firm believer in that. Because you were born to create your reality. You are there to break outside of the mold. You are there to break that exterior and these walls that you've put around your light and your ability to shine. Right? So many of us get judged and ridiculed for being different that we end up shrinking. We dim ourselves and it's a lot better to not be seen, right? How many of us have been, too much for our parents growing up? God, I used to talk like crazy when I was a kid. I was all over the place, and over time I was hard for a lot of people to handle. So everyone kept telling me, bring it down a notch. Bring it down another notch. Better to be seen, not heard, right? Just keep bringing it down. And finally, I got to this point in my life where I didn't even know how to show up. I didn't know how to be seen or heard or whatever the case may be. Break outside of that mold. Realize that power, that magic is within you, and you hold that storyline in your hands. Okay? And this is all a part of your learning process. All of this information is already encoded in your DNA. It is written in the Akashic records. You're listen, they're showing me so many lives that you have lived that are coming back up for reflection, that are showing you how wise your soul is. So over the next few years, I'm getting 3 in particular, over the next 3 years, you are going to dive deeper and deeper into your abilities and realizing your purpose in all of this. Trust that process. Is there anything in particular you want to say about her past lives? Look at that shit. Okay. Okay. You can talk to them. You can see them. Angels are being placed in your life. Angels can come in physical, like 3D bodies too. They present themselves in many different ways, my friend. You can talk to them. You can ask them for advice. You can ask them for guidance. You can ask them for anything that you want and more. And they will provide you with everything that you need. You have a direct connection to the angelic realm. Okay? Okay. I would say if you have any trouble like with abandonment issues, it's especially if you're not quite sure like how that plays out in this life, could also stem from past, but I feel like there are little instances in this life that like are really deep fucking seated. You know what I'm saying? Ask your angels to help you out with anything that makes you feel like a vulnerable child that has been left behind, misunderstood, abandoned for any kind of reason. Okay. Last bit of advice for Miss Kelly. What is all of this teaching her, Spirit? What is all of this teaching her? Yeah. Yeah, I get that, Garrett. I wasn't quite one to roll with it always, but I'm getting better. Oh, gosh, okay. Listen, they got a lot of freaking messages for you, but let's get one clear. Give her one clear message, Spirit, of how this is helping her learn her abilities, her purpose, her place. What would you like to tell her most at this time? What does her heart need to hear most at this time? Guys, I can't read 5 cards. Give me one clear message. I swear, every time. Thank you. Every time I was shuffling, they're giving me like 5 different cards. The saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. Becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. I am the author of my own story. Okay. So let me read that real quick, and then we'll move on. So Kara is next. 100. Okay. All right. Words have the power to shift our reality or to continue to reinforce it. Louise Hay, founder of the Hay House, turned to me during a dinner party, looked me right in the eyes, and declared, "Every word you say is an affirmation. This is perhaps one of the most crucial spiritual lessons to remember. If we are not separate from the soul, and if the soul is not separate from the divine, then we have the power to co-create our life. Lala is the invitation to pay close attention to each word we say to ourselves within and to the words we say about ourselves to the people we love. She is the acknowledgement from the soul that our very sentence is a prayer. If we want more love, more light, more of that joy and freedom that expands our capacity to be present in the world, then Lala reminds us that we can become the author of our own reality right now. We can speak our desires into being. Lala is a reminder that we are so powerful that changing the words we use to describe ourselves can change the trajectory of our lives. We can choose to focus our attention on each I am statement we say, and we can infuse our lives with the nectar that comes when we act on the truth that we are not separate from the divine. Bam! Not separate from the divine. You are an earth angel. Remember that. Okay? Ooh. Just saying. I told you they on fire tonight, guys. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Alright. Miss Kara, what is going on, my girl? What is going on? What is going on? I missed stuff. What did Dewey say? Yes. Yes. Take our power back, y'all. Yes. We are here for each other. That's what I love about this tribe so much. We are not in this alone, guys. Ever. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, you're so welcome. I don't know what I just did. No, get out of that. Okay. All right. So Kara says, I feel like my abilities are deepening. Hell yeah, they are. And expanding rapidly. Fuck yes. Exploding. I am in a space of downtime and rest and learning. Mm-hmm. I see you, girl. What message does Spirit have for me regarding my path and direction? Okay. Spirit, what you got for my girl, though? What you got for my girl? What you got for Kara? Oh my goodness. I freaking love it. Freaking love it. Do you have any? Okay. What does she need to know most right now? What does Kara need to know? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my god, Kara, this is fucking beautiful, dude. I feel like I need my glasses because I need to. I don't know why I feel like all laid back right now. Like, just take it easy. Just take it easy, girl. Okay. So the reason, yes, you are growing and expanding rapidly. Okay. You are going through this process of becoming the best possible version of yourself. Okay. But you do need to take this time to rest because you have been going through such an extreme transformation. And what it is it's allowing your body to kind of recoup from the the downloads that you've been getting, because the downloads do take a huge toll on us energetically, right? Um, and yeah, you have to, because it almost gets addicting. Like once you start allowing the process to like truly unfold, and it's like it almost becomes like, oh my God, like now I know my purpose. I know what I need to do, and all these messages are coming through. Like you can still allow the messages to come through, but it's kind of giving you time to hear them, process, and like I keep seeing like, more of a plan, right? So they want you to just kind of take this time. Like you don't really have to act out so much. This is more of like the contemplation period for you, because they are showing you the necessary steps to become successful when it comes to your inner calling. Um, I will say that soon you will be going through another. So seriously, take this time to rest, because there is going to be another phase, another period of purging for you. So really take your time to rest up right now. Because with the releasing card and the number 5 being attached to that, like, it's a process. The purge is fucking real, right? But it's also going to help you trust in your dreams more. Like, once they're going to give you all of these messages, all these plans, and the path, right? They're going to start laying the path out for you when it comes to your calling, right? Like, what are you supposed to be doing with your light working? What are you supposed to be doing with your service? And, all these things that you're moving into. Like, you already know you're moving into it, but what do they actually want you to do with it, right? Like, by you resting, they're giving you the opportunity to tap into that and come up with some things that they want you to do with your abilities, right? So when this purge comes, it's releasing all of these fears and doubts, because I feel like they're going to put quite a bit on your plate. Like, and I remember that moment of when I realized what my responsibility as a light worker is. And I was like I already had a lot of responsibility on my plate. Are you sure? Spirit, are you sure? Y'all trust me with all of this? It's going to be one of those moments. You have a very big role in all of this, Kara. Okay. And it's going to teach you to believe in yourself. It's going to teach you to believe in your dreams. And you have to go through this purge in order to release any of that doubt or anything that is still attached to the heart space, so that you can literally, okay, they're bringing up, have you ever seen the meme of the Care Bears, where it's like, this is what I imagine when someone says sending positive vibes your way, and it's like the Care Bears are sending these beams out of their heart space? That's what it's like. You are a pure beam of love, and they need your heart space to be free of all of these burdens and resistance, so that you can literally just shine this love into each and every soul that comes across your path. That's your activation. Your love, your light is so strong that it's like, once you allow those floodgates to open, it's like a whew. You know what I'm saying? And this is a part of your initiation. This is a part of the steps that need to be taken, so that you can remember your true power as a light being. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Yes. It's happening. It is totally happening. But we do. It's like, again, same thing as Kelly, knowing where you belong and loving that you are different and trusting in the wings that carry you, right? Um, but also trusting in your power, trusting in your power, know your power, your power. So yes, there are going to be times, especially when it comes to this purging, um, of like going through this process of like wielding your power, right? It's not always easy to stand up to the resistance of what tries to stop us from living our truth and living in that divine grit power, right? Um, but you are a powerhouse and you will push through, you will succeed, and just remember to believe in yourself. Remember to believe in this tribe. And if you ever need us, we are always here for you. Like, you are never, ever alone. And we will always be here to encourage and support and root for you because you are such a special soul, Kara. Like, I swear, when I went into that journey that I was talking about earlier, you were the very first one that I pulled in. And I knew then that you had just as big as role as I do. And it's a lot of responsibility. Okay? It's a lot of responsibility to literally be activating souls on earth to wake up, to see God's truth, and to spread that love everywhere that we go, to give these people, like, I'm getting super fucking emotional right now, to realize that we hold that power to literally light people up in such a way that we say it doesn't have to be that way. There is love, there is hope, there is understanding, and dreams can come true. We don't have to live in fear. We don't have to live in chaos. We just have to believe. So, you got this, girl. You got this. Just got to push through. And, you know, really heed your dreams right now. Really pay attention to the messages that are coming through, the visions that you're having, the messages that you're receiving, even the most subtle. Like I was saying, sometimes we think that we're thinking these things up, but we're not. That is their way of, like, literally dropping in the messages. And it can be so subtle sometimes that we're just like, oh, well, don't know where that one came from. But this is such an important part of your journey, and you are going to do great things. I can see it now. Okay, so let's see. What message do you have for Kara and her light working journey? What do you want her to know most at this time? Whoa. The patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. Holy shit. I don't know if I've ever gotten this one. Rita, 13. Okay. Despite popular belief, Saint Rita isn't about suffering or martyrdom. Not in this context. Here she is about the miracles that happen when we choose to be steadfast about something or someone. This does not mean remaining in a situation that is harmful to us. It means knowing that we can believe anything is possible and that everyone is ultimately forgivable, because forgiveness isn't about someone else, it's about freeing ourselves. We might have to draw fierce boundaries and possibly never see this person again, but we can pray from any distance that a light larger than our own transforms them, that a love that's greater than what we alone can hold and have for them might offer them a new life. St. Rita is asking us foremost to never give up on what we want for ourselves, and she's suggesting that the path to what we desire is in our belief that is still possible. We might not know how or when things will align for us, but we can participate in a deep prayer, a bone trust that at some point what we most desire will arrive. And this is actually a lesson that I'm learning today too. Okay. So with the role that spirit is placing upon us, okay, yes, it's a lot of responsibility, but also remember that as you go along this journey, you are not responsible for saving everyone. Okay. You are simply there to hold space, to be an example, right? And understand too, like, and it's all about who you choose to align with. So like when I started this channel, I really didn't know what I was doing or really what my intention was. I just knew that I was being led to do it and all these things, and to tell my story and hopefully be a light for someone. Even if I could help one person, I was making a change, right? But when I was going through the process of starting my channel, I was also in a very bad place in my life. I was still going through my process, which we don't have to have it all figured out in order to help people. We go through these pains, we go through these transitions so that we can have the information and the experience behind the messages that we give, right? But also understand that it's good to have the intention behind it too. So as I evolved with my channel, I have realized that I don't want to fall into what a lot of people are doing right now, which, are focusing strictly on relationships and what's going on in other people's lives and spying and all these kind of things. And people who tend to stick in to victim mode but aren't willing to do the work, right? I am here to help people transform their lives. I am not here to tell you what you want to know. I am here to tell you what you need to know, right? And if you are not willing to do the work, I am not going to keep giving you the same message over and over again and fighting resistance and resistance when you are not willing to hear the truth, right? So, for the most part, the majority, a lot of the people that I attract to my channel are very much that. Okay. But with that being said, there are a few stragglers. There are people who get, passed off or, drawn in, whatever the case may be. But also know when to say, I don't know if I'm the right one to help you. If you feel that there is someone that is more capable to deal with that energy or to get through to them because they're resisting what you're telling them, it's okay. So just understand that through the process, like, let them take over. It's okay to say no. Like, just because someone says, hey, I need a reading, but like they just want to fight you every turn, sometimes it's just easier. It's honestly better to just say, like, in order to protect my energy and yours, I feel like this person might be better suited for you. I'm going to send you over here. This is their information. I'll tell them that you'll reach out soon. whatever the case may be. Okay. So, hey, Danny. But yeah, so just be aware of that too. And don't think of it as like you're failing this person because you're sending them in the direction that they need to go. Okay? So just giving you a heads up. All right. So that's Kara. All right. So Christina M is next. I'm gonna check the PayPal. We might have to cut the list off. Yes, and that's the thing. Like, you're gonna attract a lot of these people in, but also understand that there are some people, who don't necessarily align with the same path or understand like that concept and are still very much stuck in the victim mentality. So, and you will know the people that are draining you and resisting, like, if they really want the work, you will see the difference. If you don't see the difference, then don't keep wasting your time and try to, tap into who might be a better fit for them. Okay? And if not, like, then it's not your job. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm the right one to help you. I send you love. Okay? All right. So, all right. That the still Michelle is the last one. Okay. Yep. All right. So Christina M. I actually have quite a bit of energy. So I might be able to take 2 more after Michelle if anyone else wants to get on the list. Otherwise, I'm going to cut it off. All right. So Christina M. have spent the whole season working with my mentors, loving where I'm at. Any guidance messages with regard to my DM would be lovely. All right. What up, Danny? Nice. Love it, Danny. Enjoy it. All right. So Christina's DM. All of a sudden, I want to get really fucking organized. I find it so interesting when the DMs come in, how like my energy just completely shifts into like a different personality. Because I'm a creative person, so I can be, it's weird. I go between the feminine and the masculine all the time. So, like, there's parts of me that want to be organized, and there's parts of me that want to be creative and messy too. And start picking up on the divine masculine's energy, and all of a sudden, everything's like, need to be methodical, need to be organized, need to be this, da, 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 like, okay. So yeah, thanks, Michelle. Good looking out. All right. Oh, Ellie sent yours to GoFundMe. Okay. Thank you, baby. All right. So, let's see. Oh, okay. All right. How is he feeling in his heart space? How is Christina M's DM feeling in his heart space? Yeah, okay. How's he feeling in his mind space? Okay. I'm getting a lot of confusion here. Why is this in his heart space? What's going on? Okay. What's going on here, Spirit? What the hell is going on with him? Oh my god. Huge internal conflict. Okay. His baggage is catching up to him is what it is. All right. I feel like he's going through the dark night of the soul. Okay. So if he's pulling away from you and you're like back in no contact, yeah. Spirit's working on. I'm getting so much chills, dude. I feel like okay. He's so conflicted. He's going back and forth a lot. Yeah. Okay. Just remember before I go into this, yeah, I see the separation, and that it's all that's on his mind is the separation. Okay. Um, and it's he's so fucking conflicted. But the reason why the separation is happening is so that he can be going through the dark night of the soul and not like dragging you through it, right? Like he needs to go through this on his own. Um, he is trying to stay somewhat optimistic, or he knows that you're trying to stay optimistic for him. I feel like it's going both ways. Um, but this is his energy. So let me read it as his energy. Okay. What would you like to say to her? What would you like Christina to know? Okay. So what he's telling me is that there were certain behaviors that he is not proud of. Okay. Certain belief systems, certain ways of showing up for you that weren't necessarily something to be proud of. Okay. There's a lot of indecision and just refusing to make a decision, to make the necessary effort to move forward. Okay, because he's refusing his intuition. The reason why the separation is happening is so that he can trust the romantic feelings that he has for you. Okay. Um, oh yeah, I believe it. Because right now he's he's I feel like he's doing a lot of the same. It's a lot of that reflection on, why can't I offer her this? Why am I not secure enough? Why am I not stable enough? Do I even deserve this chick? Like, and it's just easier for him to not make a move at all, because he's having to make moves in different areas of his life through reflection and contemplation, because in his heart space, like, he has to realize what is stopping him from enjoying his life with you. Like, when it's almost like he gets to overthinking when he has too much fun, or when it gets too good with you. You know what I'm saying? And so it makes him kind of question, like, are these feelings even real, or is this lust? Is this, like, what is this feeling exactly? Like, I can't put my finger on it. And so it's easier for him to stay away so that he can actually process these emotions. Okay. Because, like, when it comes to his heart space, um he's having to release a lot of these past energies and what's keeping him blocked from moving forward and enjoying that time together. Okay. um okay. I'm gonna let y'all talk, but he's having to learn to follow his heart and have faith in what his emotions are telling him, and not allowing himself to block himself from enjoying what he has with you, right? Because he enjoys it until his fear gets involved, and then it's her. Nope, can't let her see me. It's almost like a child. If I don't see it, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you're activating his heart with the twin flame card being here. Um, he has to realize that he's the only one stopping him. The path is clear if he wants it to be, but it has to be his choice. And only time will tell when he gathers the strength to push past those blockages. Um, I do feel that he knows that this is something sacred, that this is something um, different and pure. And like, the way that my heart feels when I'm in his energy thinking about you, like, why does my heart long for you? I can't I can't get over it. I close my eyes, I see your face, I hear your name, I smell the scent of your hair. I smell your perfume. blowing in the breeze. Like, I feel you everywhere. And it almost haunts me because it would be so much easier for me to just forget about you, but this isn't easy. It's making me realize the parts of myself that aren't able to be open for you. I have to trust my own power. I have to trust my instincts and know what I have to walk away from. But I know you're always with me. Your spirit's always with me. I'm always thinking of you. You must know that, Christina. I'm thinking of you right at this moment. The amount of love that you continue to show me and send me always lights me up, even in my darkest moments. When I think I can't possibly take another hit, here comes your love. And it shows me the way through the darkness. So please don't stop. I'm still very much living in the 3D, but I'm working on it. I'm breaking karmic contracts and the conditionings that are keeping me from the truth. Spirit is hard at work. Okay? I've always put up a good front, but you always see right through me. I knew it from the moment we met. This was something special. Your eyes draw me in. That smile gives me hope. You activated something within me. I'm carrying so much baggage, it's suffocating me. It was so nice seeing you. It reminded me of the connection we have. It scares me because my heart feels like it's going to leap out of my chest. How do you always have this effect on me? You know, and I feel like he could have looked at a picture of you recently. There was something that reminded him of you, and like it still gave him that same feeling as if you were right in front of him. There could have even been an instant where, you know, he had a dream of you and it was like you were standing there holding his face or something. Like there's an instance where it's still like, how does she have this effect, right? But he also wants you to remember how talented you are and follow your passions. Don't put your focus so much on him because he has to focus on him right now. Like, no matter what, he's still thinking about you, but you're just a piece of the puzzle right now, right? And all of, I don't know if you heard me talking about it, but it's like when you think about the puzzle, there's so many pieces that go into it that make the whole picture, right? Well, if you go into it like scattered and in a rush and you're trying to cram pieces where they don't belong and trying to force and manipulate something, it doesn't fit. But if you take your time, start on the outer edges, make sure you got a nice solid frame. Work inward. When you get that last piece of the puzzle, then it all makes sense. Okay? So, but he's trying to figure out why he's so unstable and why he can't move forward right now. And it's like, especially with the justice card being reversed, like he has to realize what parts of his life are, you know, really not in alignment with him. Those karmic contracts, right? Like things that are holding him back, he has to figure out what those things are from letting himself fully be and express and accept this kind of divine love because he doesn't know how to accept it right now. Okay. So yeah, but he definitely has deeper feelings than he's letting on, which we know that. But, you know, even in the separation card, like, just sit back, dude. Look at her. She's just sitting in that bed, like, it's all good, baby. And he's all guarded, but he's holding on to his chest, like, baby, why are you doing this to me? How do you always have this effect, Christina? I can't get over how beautiful you are. Yeah, you have a very strange effect on this man. Okay, so, but especially with the Five of Wands, the Three of Swords, you know, he's very much caught up in you know, the way that he's perceiving the opportunities that are coming his way. He could even be, you know, overindulging and trying to distract himself, but it's like missing out on these opportunities. And every time he misses out on an opportunity with you, it hurts him even more. And it's part of the process, right? Because he knows. He knows that the more he denies himself of what he really wants from this connection, the more he feels left out because he knows he's not paying attention to what he really wants and needs in his life. Yeah. I'm just saying. Shit's crazy. But again, part of the process. Okay. You're so welcome. No thanks. No thanks. Danny, you can keep that up there. Like, it's a little above, I think it's, what is the temperature right now? I know it was below 30 earlier. No, no. Will it tell me? It is 35 right now. I lied. I thought it was below that. It feels colder than that, though. I'm pretty sure our thermostat outside said lower than that. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, it is. It's supposed to get really cold tonight. But it's all good because it ain't negative. Y'all can keep that shit. Ugh, couldn't do it. Could not do it. I like being outside too much. If I couldn't go outside for more than a few minutes, I would go crazy. So yeah, Christina, I really hope that helps give you some clarity of what's going on. But it explains why you're, you know, going through this like good time. You're on the up and up. He's going through the lows. And that's just, you can ask Danny. It's part of the process, man. You know, we teeter totter and we help each other get through it. So, all right. So, William is next. William, what you got for me, brother? You're so welcome, honey. All right. So, just to let everyone know, the list is closed for tonight. We got 3 more people, and we're going to call it at that. I thank you, everyone. All right. So, Will, what is going on? What does Spirit want me to know at this time in my journey? Yes, dude, I got you. I got you. I'm so glad you're here tonight, though. Like, for real. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. All right, Spirit, let's fuck it up. What does Will need to know at this time about his journey? Okay. Okay. What you got for me? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll go ahead and tell you too, like they're having me channel and pull the cards differently than I normally do. So especially with the cards coming out, Will, trust your own unique process. Very important. Okay. Because your process is very much different than a lot of people, and the way that you receive your messages, especially when it comes to your belief system, you're so tapped in, dude, so tapped in. And when it comes to your belief system, I feel like, there are certain aspects of the way that you practice and the way that you have been judged prior to finding tribe that is kind of made like there's certain parts of you that hold back from fully expressing your truest beliefs. In the way that you do your practice, okay? I feel like there are, especially when it comes to this next level, okay, you are going through a major level up, right? So there are certain parts that are coming up from possibly past life experiences, okay? Where, it could even come from, biblical times, like being in states of poverty and being in absolute faith of the process and everything that's coming through. And no matter what your belief system is, whether you were being judged, stoned, ridiculed, even persecuted for your belief systems, like there's a lot of fear and you're very careful about who you truly open up to, about your true beliefs, right? And the way that you perceive the messages are so different than I've ever experienced before, and I absolutely love and adore it. I'm so happy to tapping into your energy right now. Because you build your belief system. It's like each little nook and cranny and each piece that you get builds that a stronger piece for you, right? And I feel like there's Charlie, seriously, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to say hi? So I feel like it's literally carving out your truth, right? And no matter what, like, yes, you might be a little more careful of who you share these understandings and these downloads and the knowledge that you're receiving, but like they're telling you all that I feel like there's so many messages coming through, Will. Okay. You were so fucking wise. You were so fucking wise. Okay. Um dude, my heart's like being lit up right now. It's almost painful the way that it's coming through because there's so much information flowing and wanting to express itself. Um but don't no matter what is happening and being brought to your attention externally, you have this ability to like really discern, like, yes, that is my truth, that is not. Um, I'm sorry, guys, those allergies are really bad lately. Okay. So it's like when you hear a piece of information, you're able to really sit with it. You're able to like actually hear it and see it for what it's worth and tap into yourself to understand if that is actually in alignment with your soul. And that's fucking beautiful. But it also helps you with the fear of the unknown. Like when, that going around the corner and you're not really sure, like I keep thinking of blind spots, right? When you have a direction you know you're supposed to be heading in, but you can't quite see around the corner and you're like, trying to reach as far as possible, but you can't quite see clearly what the next step is. So then pieces of information are getting brought to your attention, and whether that's actually in alignment with you or not, you're able to discern if that was actually meant for you and if that is what you need, or is that going to work, right? You have this ability to be analytical and intuitive at the same time, which I find so amazing. Um, because you're so connected and so like in tune with the transformation and your connection to earth. Like all these feathers that you're finding and have been finding, um like no matter where you are on your path, spirit always has a way of leaving little signs and signals for you along the way that give you that moment to like they're showing that reflection back to you to say like, yes, this is the place you were meant to be at this time. This is our present to you for doing such a good job and following us with faith and trusting in your power and staying strong along this journey, trusting in the magic that we show you on a daily, and knowing when to make the necessary sacrifices to follow your truth. That's some powerful shit, dude. Some powerful shit. And they're reminding you that regardless of what your truth is, don't be afraid, like, especially when it comes to tribe, man. Like, you are always welcome to share your thoughts and your beliefs, and we welcome you with open arms, and we love hearing, like, and watching the transition that we're all going through and the gifts that Gaia gives to you. Like, all of these things are so beautiful to watch. Like, we love watching this stuff and being able to witness your transformation. So, yes, there are people that are in this world that might not understand, but don't hide yourself either. Okay? Remember not to hide yourself. With the seek your answers within, it is the bear. The bear totem is going to be very important for you, especially through the winter. Okay? So trusting with like Charlie, baby, his allergies are so bad, y'all. So be aware of distractions too, okay? Be aware of distractions, but don't be afraid to take a rest, to hibernate if you have to, in order to like really take that reflection time for self, okay? So that's going to help you, give you the understanding and the tools that you need to see around those blind spots, to see past the parts that might not be so clear for you. But also remember that the signs and the synchronicities that they are giving to you are Gaia's gifts to you, showing you that the knowledge you're receiving has led you up to this point, and this is our gift for you following us with faith. Okay. So, all right. What else would you like to tell them? Okay. Want me to read that one? So now is an opportune time to focus on your health. You have been living life at a hectic pace for some time, and it would be wise to take a break and allow yourself to relax and rejuvenate. See, and that's what I was saying with the bear energy. This is a good time to take some time, like slow down a little bit through the winter time, okay? Give thanks for the health of your body and mind, and remember to make your health a high priority in the coming months, okay? So be aware of your health and take care of yourself for the next couple months, okay? It's going to be a really good time for you to learn some new tricks of the trade when it comes to your path. Last reminders, yeah, the devil reversed and the 9 of cups. So, you know, especially with the 5 of pentacles and the sun, got the moon here too. So, you know, understand there's always going to be highs and there's always going to be lows. It's a part of the process, and that's why we go with the flow. Baby, calm down. But taking this time to reflect, Charlie, hey, calm it down, boy. It also makes us understand like what we feel bound to, what is not working for us, what seems hectic, what seems chaotic, what feels like it is toxic to us and no longer serving our path, because there are certain things that, you know, might be of excess. Again, life might be chaotic. You might realize that, you know, you're going and not taking enough time to rejuvenate. And this is a reminder that if you feel worn down, if you feel tired, if you feel disconnected, it's time again. With the 5 of Pentacles, it's the same energy as the seek your answers within, right? Sometimes you got to take that time to go within, to find the answers, to find that warmth, to find that security, and trust yourself in the process, because it's all right there, right? That warmth, that happiness, that love always resides within. There is no such thing as an illusion when you have God on your side, okay? Let him illuminate the way, whatever your belief system is, okay? And walk through that portal with your head held high and your heart beaming as the lighthouse towards your new destination, okay? So, yeah. Oh, man. Can I just say how much I love my tribe? Like, y'all doing some big ass shit. I hope that really helps you, Will. That was a powerful message. It was a powerful message. So take care of yourself, sweetie. All right. So that was a beautiful reading. All right. Michelle is up next, and then Ellie, and we done, yo. All right. But also, Will, remember how fucking powerful you are. We had the High Priestess. They want me to read that real quick. High Priestess. You probably already know that you were a high priest or high priestess during one or more prior lifetimes. Most people who have held these roles have a conscious sense of it. You've also retained your heightened spiritual knowledge, which this card is urging you to put into greater practice. It's time for you to reignite your spiritual power and to use it in service of your divine mission of healing, teaching, and helping the world. This card urges you to release any insecurities you may have about your spiritual abilities or any fears about others, knowing your beliefs. Bam! Mic drop. Okay? That's exactly what I started with at the beginning of the reading. Thank you, Spirit, for confirming that shit. I'm just saying. Spirit, round of applause. Okay? You're fucking amazing. I can't get over this shit. That was beautiful, Will. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that was amazing, dude. Amazing. All right. So, Michelle, whatever Spirit wants me to know most at this time. All right, Spirit. Yeah, I really hope that helped. That was a good fucking message, Will. All right. Michelle. Michelle. What does Michelle need to know most at this time? Okay. Okay. 3 cards, please. Michelle. What does Michelle need to know? Okay. Mm. So, Okay. So, okay. So I feel like there's going to be some form of message, communication, something coming through. Now, whether this is coming like direct line from Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Because we do have the Embrace Spirit. heed the messenger, okay? And nourish your soul. Okay. Also, challenge your perception. And I do feel like this is more of a perception type thing, especially when it comes to external influences in your life. Um, you have to believe in your power. Like, okay, so again, focus and then act is the first card that came out. Okay. So, what that tells me is that you don't, and we've actually had this conversation. They're reminding me of the conversation. So, like, don't feel like you have to go, go, go all the time. Like, this is a time for you to know that you have the power, you have the tools, you have the ability to enjoy the process, right? Like, we were talking about the life is like it's like a dance. It's like music, which music's very healing, by the way. Okay. So, of course, when a good song comes on, we want to get up. We want to dance. Whatever the case may be. But if we dance to every song, then we get burned out. Then it's not fun anymore. You also need to know when to take a seat, to sit down, enjoy the music as an observation. But then when life asks you to get up and start moving again, make sure that the song is worth it, right? So, um, believe in your power and in your truth to focus on something that is of importance to you, that is worth your time and your attention. Don't just get up for every willy-nilly experiment or event or circumstance and like burn yourself out. This is the time for you to sit your ass down, focus, prioritize, believe in the process that spirit is bringing you to the experience or circumstance that you need to act upon, and then trust in your power to act upon it. But otherwise, it's about just going with the flow, baby. It is about just letting life guide you. That is going to be your key to success. That is going to be your lucky token. Okay. I mean, literally, they are leading you, filling your sails and leading you. You do not have to constantly be chasing it. It is just like trusting in the messages you receive, taking time for yourself, quit feeling like you have to be moving every second of every day and not taking enough time to truly enjoy your life. That is going to be a huge key for success for you. And especially be without malice, because you're going to get fucking tired. Like, okay, bringing up an instance today. Yesterday I was in a lot of pain after I did my video. The day prior, when I took my fall, it took a day for the shock to wear off, and my body was hurting. My knee was really effed up, okay? And I noticed that when I was in pain, I became bitter. I became angry. I actually became like kind of mean. My patience was running fucking short. And when we get tired, when we're hurting, we tend to act out in ways that aren't normal for us, right? So when we're running low on fumes, when we're not taking care of ourselves, when we're not listening to our body, we tend to act out in certain ways that aren't necessarily like who we are. You know what I'm saying? It's out of, or it's a reaction. And so you might start to see where certain parts of your life you're starting to get tired, and you might start to act out in certain ways that you might be defensive or aggressive in certain ways because your soul is tired of pushing so damn hard. And this is giving you an opportunity to kind of protect yourself and prioritize to what's really important and needs your attention at this time. And it's not constantly doing, but more of constantly being, right? So, yeah, it's bad, dude. It's bad. Um, so this is opening up a lot of doors for you, okay? Um, and it's helping you elevate again, ascension is not a straight line. Like, it's a spiral staircase, so we might not always see what's around the corner, but it's also about trusting in that process and understand that by going with the flow that you are allowing them to take you exactly where you need to be. And you don't need to overexert yourself. You don't need to force yourself, but you also need to take a little more time for you, baby. Okay? Um I feel like there is going to be a message that's coming through soon about something, whether this is coming from your DM because they wanted me to pull the romance angel last. But we have the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. I feel like there is some sort of conversation or message that's going to come through. So whether that is from your DM or from spirit about why it has either taken so long, or I'm kind of getting more along the lines of why they had to leave. Like, I offered and then I took it back and I walked in a different direction and I kept you waiting, right? Like, I know I care about you, but I had to leave. And, in reality, the reason they left was to get you to focus on that self-love, to take care of your fucking self. Okay? Um, because in all honesty, like, with the amount of responsibility that you put on yourself without a relationship, right? Like, is there really any time for a relationship and you to take care of yourself because you're not taking enough time for you now? So it's important that you learn that balance. And I feel like there's a message of why this has been stagnated, why this has, taken so long to come around. And it's because you needed to realize that you needed more time for self, right? You needed to learn how to say, I don't have the emotional capacity to do that right now. I don't have the energy to do this, even though I've already said that I would, right? Like, you can change your mind if you do not feel good, if you do not have the energy to do so, if when you originally agreed to it, it felt good, but then when the time comes, it doesn't, right? It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to say no. It's okay to do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. And this is one of the things about learning boundaries and being able to do what is best for you, even if it is your DM. Okay. So let's see, what do you have for Michelle when it comes? Keep an open mind and pay attention to the red flags. So, okay, Like, again, to be without malice. Listen, keep an open mind that maybe you're not taking enough time to rest and take care of yourself, but also pay attention to the red flags that your body is giving you. If you are not taking enough time for yourself and you find yourself like getting over, like oversensitized, and you find yourself kind of biting at people like, "Argh," like, why can't y'all just leave me alone? Listen to the red flags that your body and your soul are trying to tell you that you need rest. Okay? That you don't need to overexert yourself. You don't need to push yourself. And also understand that, because you might not necessarily be taking good enough care of yourself right now, which we all get in those moments, okay? And that your perception of and your aggravation towards someone else might not necessarily be because of a situation or something that was said or done, but it's because you were tired, you were worn down, you were exhausted, and you're like, how many of us have been in that position where we're just flat out fucking done? We can't take any more. And we're like, why can't you just help me? Or why can't you just do this simple thing? And then we end up projecting our lethargy, our pain, our, everything onto someone else because we aren't taking enough time to rest, because we choose to put too much on our plate, because we're overburdening ourselves with responsibility and not saying, like, I need a nap. Maybe I just needed a lazy day to watch movies. Maybe I need to just go away and, have a spa day, right? Like, so many of us refuse to look at it for what it really is, and sometimes our body and our soul just say, "Yo, you need to slow the fuck down," right? But then we want to say this person or this thing is irking my fucking nerves and I just need them to stop. Maybe you just need to take a fucking breather, right? It's not their fault you're overloading yourself, okay? So, it is. It's so important that you start taking better care of yourself and look at it for what it really is, okay? Because you've been getting the signs, you've been getting the messages, and again, prioritize, then act. Don't overexert yourself, but believe that spirit's bringing you what you need. You only need to act when they're telling you to act. Okay? Surrender to the flow. Know that luck and blessings are already with you and more is on their way. Um, that's going to be your key. And understand if you feel like you are lashing out on anyone or getting aggravated with anything or anyone, that it's like it might just be because you're fucking tired and you're overexerting yourself. Okay? Um yeah. Okay. So as long as you know, that's what you need to know. But keep an open mind, pay attention to the red flags, and yeah. I feel like, you know, and again, like with you just saying that, I'm resisting it and I didn't understand why until recently. I feel like that's where the deception was coming in. You were deceiving yourself about the truth of the matter. And it's like you didn't think that you were resisting, but you really knew you were. It's like kind of coming to that point of just accepting it. But you weren't accepting it. Okay. So pay attention. And, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. And again, it's one of those things, Michelle, where don't be afraid to ask for what you need. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right. Ellie, you are up next, my love. So I hope that helps, my dear. Yeah, you're welcome. Be careful what you ask for. Okay. All right. Spirit. What you got for Ellie? Okay. So, first off, be okay with the unknown. Be okay with the unknown. I'll just duck because you know this shit's coming for Dewey. Be okay with the unknown. Um, there are certain aspects that are being hidden from you, and there's a reason why. Because you're not supposed to know all the fucking answers. Um, so trust the process, and know that like spirit has a big plan for y'all, but it's also about trusting where they're leading you, and know that it's all a part of the process. Like, the more that you resist the process, because the growing card has the rosebuds on it, right? So it's like you're coming into this way of exposing yourself, of letting yourself be seen for the true beauty that you are. Um, the angels and the spiritual realm are like assisting, making you a lighter. Okay, they're releasing some of the doubts and the burdens to lighten the load, is what they're saying. Okay. So they're taking some of the responsibility off of you, especially when it comes to figuring it out, which again, that's going to be one of the lessons, the test is trying not to have it all figured out. Like, trusting the subtle nudges and trusting the process of being fully exposed and getting to that point of like being in full bloom, right? Like it doesn't all happen, just the rose isn't just there and open and ready to be shared with the world. It has to start from the ceiling. It has to grow. It has to go through its process. And it goes through its own hardships, but it also needs the right elements, right? It has to have the right amount of sunlight. It has to have the right amount of water. It has to have good soil. Okay? And even talking and singing, like, I don't know if everyone believes in this, but I do. And when I talk to my plants, like my orchids, they bloom like crazy. And I used to be a lot better about it. But when I was talking to them all the time, like, you're so beautiful and I love you and y'all look gorgeous today. You're doing great. Like, they just went crazy. So get into that mode of talking and speaking it into the existence. My path is clear. My destination is already in process. Like, my guides are taking me exactly where I need to be. I have the power to take the next step with faith, right? I have all the resources and the abundance that I need to start this new chapter in our life. And, I have a story to share. I have gifts to expose and all these things. Whatever you want it to be, it's yours. It's part of the process. But you're not supposed to know it all. You're supposed to uncover it as you go. So, whoa. And that's off of one card, guys. One card. Be open to receiving, okay? And that's also through stillness. Use the time to meditate wisely, okay? Like, I would honestly start, using some of the guided meditations of, like, tuning in to abundance and receiving. And also know that both of y'all are so connected, guys. Like, it's really about using it more wisely, right? And listen, they calling you out, brother. You have to start trusting it more. You have a lot of resistance when it comes to your abilities and your purpose. Like, tapping into your energy and thinking about this, like, who the fuck am I? What am I supposed to be doing here? I'm so confused, Spirit. Like, I can literally hear you thinking this, like, what am I doing? I'm really not sure of my purpose in all of this. I know that I'm meant to do something, but what is it? You were asking Spirit to give you a big old billboard sign and be like, take this exit here. Okay. So it's one of those things where it you want this clear ass sign for Spirit to direct you, but sometimes it's not all that clear. It can be something so subtle. It can be a nudge, and it's trusting in those little nuances that say, go this way, or here's a thought, here's an inspiration, here's an article that's going to get that space in your heart to feel inspired, right? What do you like? How can you be an inspiration? How can you change the energy and the flow, right? Because it's up to us to make some sort of action, some sort of choice, but we also have to believe that we have that power, right? So, um, I feel like it should be rolling, but I'm out of gas. You know what? Why does Dewey feel like he's out of gas? You see that shit? Okay? You're lacking courage. You're lacking tenacity. You're not believing in yourself. You need to trust in the process that, listen, you and Ellie are supposed to work on this together. That's why she showed up for you. Okay? This is something both of you are supposed to work through together. Okay? But it's time to let that shit go. You turn that upright. Look at all that beautiful shit you got. Okay? This is why you're running out of gas. Because you have that strength, you have that determination, you have the courage, the support, the cooperation, the partnership, the love, the divine fucking love cup overflow with. It's all right there. But you're choosing not to see it. It's dangling right in front of your face, Dewey. Can you see it? Can you see it? Huh? Can you see it? Well, you know what? I'm turning this around for you. From here on out, you have all of this at your fingertips. It is activated within you now. You will have your purpose. You will have a full tank of fucking gas. Your cup will be overflowing. The divine will light your heart up and give you a clear fucking direction in every ounce of stability and support that you need to make your mission complete. You have it. It is there. And so it be. Lay that shit to rest. It does not serve you. Okay? It's over. It's done. You good. Get to moving. Okay? I fucking love you. All right. Dewey done just hijacked the reading. All right. I'm just kidding. I fucking love you, Dewey. You're so welcome. Set some more positive intentions, y'all. Okay? That abundance is in your lap as we speak. Do some meditation. See a big old fucking pile of cash sitting in your lap. All the resources you need. All the inspiration you need. Everything you need and more is right here, right now. And everything that's going to be needed to support your path is already lined up for you. Okay? What else do we need to know? Lap dances, yeah. Oh, Lord. Share your thoughts and hear the ancient ones. The strength card keeps popping out. You know what? Okay. We're going to read this one. And this one. Okay. So share your thoughts on what you hear from the ancient ones. The indigenous people of the world are those who have lived in harmony with the land for countless generations. Among them are the elders whose knowledge and wisdom can teach us of our relationship with nature, of living a life of empathetic awareness, and to better understand our role as caretakers of the earth. They can teach us the wisdom of taking only what we need, of wasting little, and of honoring all sacrifices made so that you may live and grow. Hear the wisdom of the ancient ones, learn from their knowledge, lore, and traditions. Okay. Let's see. They want me to read the strength card. So, do I write in that? Oh, 115. Okay. The strength card illustrates the courage everyone must find within himself or herself. It's a card of fortitude, willpower, and nerve, as well as grit and determination. It's also the card of energy, action, and passion. A lovely young woman wraps both arms around a lion's neck, and he seems to purr in response. She's wearing white, like a virgin bride, with garlands of roses wrapped around her hair and her hips. The figure 8 symbol of infinity floats above her head. The young woman's servants clothes to demonstrate that she is not a member of royalty or high society. She is an ordinary person with courage and self-control, and she stands for confidence and liberation from fear. Okay, Ellie. The garlands that adorn her suggest spiritual wealth. She is civilized, while the lion is the most primal creature on earth. But then again, lions have a social hierarchy that of their own that rivals many human societies, and they rarely eat their own. The lion symbolizes humanity's animal nature, our wild, untamed instincts and desires. The lion also could suggest humanity's most primitive needs for food, sleep, procreation, and self-preservation. The image could be a metaphor. The two figures in each image may actually be two separate aspects of a single person's personality. In the background, the fortress castle walls symbolize watchfulness, refuge, royal sovereignty, and the divine guidance. The young woman in the card, however, is strong and self-assured, daring enough to stand outside the safety and protection of the castle in the background. Historically, the strength card has been titled force or fortitude. It is also known as the daughter of the flaming sword. So, interpretations, you have the heart of a lion. You might not think of yourself as courageous. You probably are as nervous and afraid as everyone else. What sets you apart is your ability to move forward despite your doubts. You can face your fears. You are in control. Got it? Good. Okay. All right. So that's what I got for you guys. Hope that helps. I love y'all. Oh, Lord. So, how about them apples, Dewey? Okay. I love y'all so much. Okay, so with that being said, I now close the circle. Any energy that we have transferred from one another, I now send back to their respective owners. I thank you all so much for being a part of this community and being part of this tribe and trusting me with your messages. Thank you, Spirit, for showing up and showing out. Thank you for protecting us with your beautiful white light and allowing all of us to connect to each other and sharing these beautiful energies. I now sever the ties of any energies that do not belong to me and send the rightful energies back to all of their rightful owners, and allowing everyone to have a peaceful and blessed evening, and allow them to feel your love and your support every day like you showed me. Thank you. So with that, yes, absolutely. I love you guys so much. Dewey, you can and you will. Okay? Get out of your own way, dude. You are so blessed. Have so much to share. They have a big thing waiting for you. Just trust. Okay? Sit with them. Talk to them. Let them guide you. Okay? So, yes, all the way. Some need a little more, nudge than others, but you'll get there, and you'll get there right when you need to. Okay? So I love y'all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you, everyone who has donated and, showed up for me tonight. And thank you for letting me show up for y'all. You're all so amazing. And thank you for sharing your energy with me. There were some really powerful messages that came out tonight, and I am so honored to be able to connect with all of you. Thank you. So I hope everyone has a great night, and I will talk to everyone very, very soon. Good night, y'all. Bye.